Hi, Peter Bennett from PhotoFlow Solutions. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to start the process of creating my legacy collection. And with any photo organizing project, the first thing you do is you try to gather all the files and folders, your image files, your movies, and collect them all in one place. I usually suggest, and what I've done, is putting them all on an external hard drive that I purchased specifically for this project. So I'm going to copy all the files and folders off of my computer's internal hard drive, as well as an external hard drive where I keep a lot of the images. And then I'm going to bring them over to this hard drive. Now, we keep our images and movies in a lot of locations. And here's a list I've created of potential locations that you might be keeping your images on. Of course, your computers and old camera cards, your SD cards and CF cards or whatever. Sometimes your video camera will have a card. Flash drives, those thumb drives we have, external hard drives like the one I have. Mobile phones, older ones, sometimes they weren't synced to any cloud service like iCloud. So those sometimes have images, those old flip phones, believe it or not, tablets. And then cloud archives like iCloud, Google Photos, cloud storage like Dropbox, Google Drive, and so forth. And of course, social media sites, CDs and DVDs, and any other place you can think of. Now, I can't go through a step-by-step process with all these things. I did create a course about a year or so ago. It's called The Building Blocks of Digital Organizing, and I created it for the photo managers, and you can purchase it on their site. I'll put in a link on the blog post. And I go through step-by-step process of photo organizing with all these different locations and pretty much put in everything I've ever learned into this one course. It really has a lot of information. So if that sounds like it might be helpful, go check it out. But today I want to show you a tip. And this tip, when I close this, is how to copy over those files and folders from your computer's hard drive to an external hard drive or wherever you're going to start your organizing project. Now here's where the problem can begin. You're going to be copying over these files and folders to this new hard drive, which means when you're done with the whole process, or when I'm done in the whole process, I'm going to want to go back and clean up the hard drive, delete these files and folders because they're going to be on this new hard drive. I don't need duplicates of them. So how do I account? How do I keep track of all those files and folders? Well, here's a really simple tip, and this is something you can do on a Mac. And what you can do is you can utilize the color tags that Mac allows you to help organize your hard drive. And what these are here, as you can see, you have red, orange, yellow, green, blue. You can create custom tags as well. But you can color tag a folder or an image, and you can see that it gets a little red dot. So what does that mean? Well, it means when you go click on the folder, the color tag, every file and folder that you've color tagged with that red dot is going to appear in there. Now you want to make sure you start with a color tag that you haven't used for anything else. Blue, for instance, I've utilized for a bunch of other stuff that I've organized. I found that red didn't have any files and folders on it when I clicked on it, so that's where I started. These are the ones that I've already color tagged, so that's why they're appearing when I click on the red tag. If I go into my hard drive and I want to color tag something, you just hold down the control key and click on it, and this drop down menu appears, and then I just add red, and then the tag comes. And if you want to remove it, you just click remove if you need to do that. So that's actually not one I want to color tag, but I think this one is movies. So I'm going to color tag that, and now I'm going to go over to the red tag, and there's that movies folder I just tagged. And now all I have to do is select them all, and I'm going to copy them over to this new hard drive. I'll see you there in a minute after they finish copying over. Okay, well, everything's copied over. Now if you look in the red tag, you'll see that everything's doubled. That's because it's now looking at these tags too. That's why it's confusing. So these are the same folders in both places. I have everything here now, and so in a few weeks or a month, when I want to get rid of everything, what I'll do is I'll eject, and when that ejects, then all that will be left will be the folders and files that I copied over that are still on that original hard drive. And now I can delete these, knowing and accounting for the fact that they've been copied over to this personal photo archive. And that's a pretty simple way of making sure, giving yourself some peace of mind that you can clean up your hard drive and know that you have them. You're not going to be deleting anything that you haven't accounted for. So I hope this was a helpful tip. Join me next month, and I think what we'll talk about is how to get the images off your Apple Photos and iCloud account. That can be a little tricky, so I'll show you how we do that. See you then.